Abilities in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep are obtained in a completely unorthodox manner when compared to the 3 previous main installments in the franchise. In Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and even Chain of Memories, Sora and Roxas would gain abilities via leveling up or doing various missions or tasks. Birth by Sleep takes that formula and replaces it with fusing commands together and attaching specific crystals to them to get specific results. Since this new method of gaining abilities strongly deviates from the typical formula used in the series, when I first played this game in 2019, I had absolutely no clue what to do as far as abilities farming was concerned, and as a result, was wandering around aimlessly trying to figure it out. In that spirit, I decided to make this guide to hopefully help someone else later on down the line so they don't waste a lot of time. Now, this guide is most effective when viewed from start to finish, but chapters are in place for easy viewing in case specific abilities are needed to be looked at. Also, I should note that pulling up the Abilities tab from the character menu screen can help players keep track of which abilities they're missing or finished. That said, I'm Ventus Arashi, and these are my tips and tricks to quickly unlocking all abilities for all characters in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Final Mix. Let's go! Actually, before I truly get started with the guide itself, there are a few disclaimers/tips I need to get out of the way first. To start, all 3 characters have the exact same ability list, so this guide works universally. Second, every command and item needed can be found in one central location for all 3 characters, Radiant Garden. Now, you can get a jump start on abilities farming if you wish, but you will have more of a challenge doing things that way. On top of that, the Abounding crystal, which is needed for a few critical abilities to speed this process up, can, at the earliest point in the game, only be found in this world. Unless, of course, you want to pay a visit to the Mirage Arena and buy it with arena medals, which, admittedly, most people don't want to do. Because 1, the Mirage Arena is only available after beating the first world, and 2, you have to do a certain number of Mirage Arena missions in order to unlock the crystal, which can take quite a bit of time, especially since the enemies at that point in the game are typically quite strong and will more than likely clean your clock more times than not, unless you really know what you're doing. That said, here are a few tips to help expedite this process, especially on critical mode. Tip number 1, unlock Magniga. Magnet is available for purchase at the Moogle shop upon completion of the 3rd world for each character. Now, you can get Magnet before even visiting the first world by going to the Keyblade board and landing on this bonus panel. Keep in mind that the Cure command can sometimes take the place of Magnet on this same panel, so if that's not what you're after, quit and restart the games as many times as needed until you get Magnet back on that panel. But if you don't feel like messing around with the command board, you will have to wait until Radiant Garden has been unlocked. Melding 2 level 2 and up magnet commands together creates Magnera, the upgraded version of this spell. Melding a level 3 Magnera with a level 3 magnet will make Magniga, the advanced and final version of the spell. For those who don't know, this is the standard leveling mechanic in the game in order to upgrade all basic magic spells, Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Cure, Arrow, Stop, and Magnet, to their most powerful form or class. Melding 2 base magic commands at level 2 makes the upgraded version, like Fyra and Blizzara for example. A level 3 upgraded spell with a level 3 base spell makes the final advanced version, like Fyraga and Blizzaga. Tip number 2, unlock Thundaga. Aqua, being the group's mage, already has access to Thunder right off the bat. Terra and Ven do not, but Thunder is available for purchase from the Moogle shop once the 2nd world has been completed for them both. Once you have it, use Magnet to keep the Unversed off the ground while you blast them from below with Thunder. Stacking the command deck with Magnet Thunder, or Magnet Thunder Thunder will make the leveling up relatively painless. To get Thundaga, use the standard leveling mechanic mentioned previously. One thing to keep in mind when melding Thundaga is that the Thundaga recipe has a 5% chance of transforming into the Lightning Ray Shotlock, so make sure to have a few extra commands available just in case this happens. Tip number 3, unlock the Mega Flare. The Mega Flare can be made by fusing a Fission Fyraga with a Crawling Fire. To make both commands, you will need 2 Firagas, 1 Araga, and 1 Stopga. Melding Firaga and Araga makes Fission Firaga, while Firaga and Stopga makes Crawling Fire. Fire is found in a chest in the Dwarf Woodlands. Terra and Aqua can find it in the underground waterway, while Ven finds it in the cottage clearing right behind the dwarf's house. Ven also already has Arrow at his disposal right off the bat, while Terra and Aqua do not. But they can get it by visiting the Keyblade board and landing on this bonus panel. Keep in mind that the Blizzard command shares this same bonus panel with Arrow. Terra can also grab the Stop command early by revisiting the Land of Departure and looting it from a chest in the Mountain Pass near the training equipment. Ven and Aqua can grab Stop from the Royal board on this bonus panel. Keep in mind that the Blackout command shares this same bonus panel with Stop. That being said, Fire, Arrow, and Stop commands are available at the Moogle shop after Radiant Garden has been unlocked, just like the Magnet command. Once you have them unlocked, buy 3 of each spell and follow the standard spell leveling mechanic to make them reach their advanced forms. Keep in mind that, when playing as Aqua, both the Crawling Fire and Fission Firaga recipes have a 20% chance of transforming into Firaga Burst when command melding. So, as was the case with Thundaga, make sure to have extras on hand just in case this happens. This happened to me twice, back to back, during my first playthrough of the game before I finally got the Crawling Fire, so trust me, it happens. Once the Mega Flare has been unlocked and Radiant Garden has been cleared, return to the reactor area and stack the deck like so. Magnaga, Thundaga, Mega Flare, and use the remaining command deck slots for the commands to be leveled up. This will almost instantaneously wipe out all unversed that spawn in, and cause all commands in the deck to level up at a blistering speed, along with the abilities attached to them. Crystals are the only synthesis item type in this game, so at least you don't have to worry about collecting others like shards or gems. Since specific abilities are tied to a specific crystal and command combination, here are the various crystal locations in Radiant Garden and previous worlds, along with the specific unversed that drop each type. An important thing to note is that these crystals are not a guaranteed drop, so you will have to farm these specific unversed repeatedly in order to get them. If no commands transform when melding, at minimum, here is the total number of each crystal needed to unlock all abilities. 10 Abounding, 11 Fleeting, 8 Hungry, 6 Pulsing, 20 Shimmering, 8 Soothing, and 7 Wellspring. Abounding crystals are dropped by mandrakes, aptly named after and resembling the plant of the same name. Terra can only find them here, in the aqueduct area right before the reactor. Ven and Aqua can find them in the same place, but they can also find mandrakes in the gardens area since they have access to it. This crystal is essential for speeding up EXP farming and increasing drop rates for commands and items. Fleeting crystals are dropped by the Chrono Twisters, the giant hourglass unversed. Once Radiant Garden has been completed, these can be consistently farmed in 2 locations for all 3 characters, Central Square and the Fountain Court. Terra and Ven can also find them in the Outer Gardens. Fleeting crystals are also dropped by the Shoegazer unversed, which can be found in the Castle of Dreams before reaching Radiant Garden. Both Hungry and Pulsing crystals are dropped by the Bruisers, the large purple-colored unversed that like to use their fists and throw their weight around. Bruisers can be found in the reactor area in the 3rd unversed wave that spawns in. Hungry crystals are also dropped by Hair Raisers, and these 2 unversed can be found in both the Castle of Dreams and the Dwarf Woodlands. Bruisers by themselves can also be found in the Enchanted Dominion. Shimmering crystals are dropped by the Blue Sea Salt unversed. They look like a small floating blue pot with tiny wings. They can be found in the Central Square, Fountain Court, and the Aqueduct for all 3 characters. They're virtually everywhere that you can access. Before Radiant Garden becomes available, Shimmering crystals are also dropped by the Red Hot Chili in Enchanted Dominion for all 3 characters, and the Spider Chest in the Dwarf Woodlands and the Castle of Dreams. Soothing crystals are dropped by the Flood unversed. These purple mouse-like enemies are in every world and are the most basic type of unversed, so finding them is not a problem. And lastly, the Wellspring crystals are dropped by the Scrapper unversed. They're green, relatively small, and are the 2nd most basic unversed type. These enemies are also in every world and are easy to find. Okay, now that the crystal locations have been listed and the EXP farming method has been established, here is the list of abilities and how to unlock them. I have gone ahead and listed the abilities gained in a particular order, both for the sake of expediency and to make the rest of the journey less difficult, especially on critical mode. Now, if no commands transform when melding, at minimum, here is the total number of each command needed to unlock all abilities. 1 sliding dash, 1 quick blitz, 27 fire, 18 blizzard, 26 thunder, 7 cure, 14 arrow, 10 magnet, 15 slow, 1 stop, 2 Fyra, 4 Blizzara, 2 Thundara, 2 Fyraga, 1 Araga, and 1 Stopga. I should also point out that once a command is fully leveled up, the ability attached to it becomes an auto ability, meaning it no longer has to be in your deck and the ability is permanently applied to the character. Also, if there are multiple slots for the same ability, the more that are equipped, the greater the effect or area of effect. Upon reaching Radiant Garden, the first abilities you'll want to synthesize are the Lucky Strikes. This ability increases the drop rates for various items, including crystals. There are 5 Lucky Strike abilities, and the easiest method is to meld 2 Blizzard commands with an Abounding crystal for each one. The next ability is Magic Haste. This will speed up the reload time of the magic commands, which in turn will speed up command leveling. There are 5 of these as well, and each one can be made by melding 2 magnets with a fleeting crystal. Next is Attack Haste. This speeds up attack command reloading, and there are 5 in total. Best bet is melding 2 slows with a fleeting crystal. Next is the EXP Walker. This allows the 3 characters to gain 1 EXP with each uninterrupted step they take. There is only one of these abilities, so the easiest recipe is Blizzara by fusing a Blizzard and Arrow together with an Abounding crystal. Next is EXP Chance. This allows an increase in EXP gained when defeating enemies while your health is at a critical level. There is only one EXP Chance ability, so you can meld Fission Fyraga to get this by melding Fyraga and Araga with an Abounding crystal. Keep in mind that the Fission Fyraga command is also needed to make the Mega Flare. Next is Once More. This allows the character to keep 1 HP when taking damage from a combo that would normally finish them off. There is only one Once More ability, so this can be made by melding a Fyraga and Stopga with a Wellspring crystal to get the Crawling Fire command. Keep in mind that the Crawling Fire command is also needed to make the Mega Flare. Next is Second Chance. This allows the character to keep 1 HP from a fatal blow as long as the character had more than 1 HP beforehand. There is only one Second Chance ability, so this can be made by melding 2 Blizzaras and a Pulsing Crystal. Next is the Damage Syphon. This restores the focus gauge as damage is taken. There is only one Damage Syphon ability, and it is made with 2 Blizzaras and a Soothing Crystal. Next is the Leaf Bracer. This allows cure spells to be performed uninterrupted by incoming attacks. There is only one Leaf Bracer ability, which can be made by melding 2 fire commands with a Pulsing Crystal. Next is the Reload Boost. This increases command reload speed when health is at a critical level. There is only one of these, and it is made by melding 2 Fyra commands with a Fleeting Crystal. Next is Defender. This increases defense when health is at a critical level. There is only one of these, and it is made by melding 2 Thundara commands with the Soothing Crystal. Once the aforementioned critical abilities are done and out of the way, you can gain the rest of the abilities in any order at your leisure. The HP Prize Plus abilities increase the chances of HP orbs being dropped. There are 3 of these abilities, and they can be easily made by melding 2 fire commands with a Hungry Crystal. The Treasure Magnet ability attracts nearby orbs and items like a magnet towards the character. There are 5 in total and require melding 2 Thunder commands with a Hungry Crystal for each one. The Link Prize Plus abilities increase the chances of D-Link prizes being dropped. There are 3 of these abilities, and they can be easily made by melding 2 fire commands with an Abounding crystal. Next are the boost abilities. Each boost ability, except Combo and Combo F, have 3 total in each category. HP boost gives your overall health an increase and is made by melding a Soothing Crystal with 2 fires. Item Boost increases the effect that restoration items have, whether it be the HP, D-Link, or focus gauges. This is made by melding 2 arrow commands with a Soothing Crystal. Fire Boost gives fire-based attacks greater damage output and is made with 2 fire commands and a Shimmering Crystal. Blizzard Boost gives blizzard-based attacks greater damage output and is made with 2 blizzard commands and a Shimmering Crystal. Thunder Boost gives thunder-based attacks greater damage output and is made with 2 thunder commands and a Shimmering Crystal. Cure Boost gives cure spells greater efficacy and is made with 2 cure commands and a Shimmering Crystal. Combo F and Finish Boosts are made with a Pulsing Crystal and have 2 of each ability. Combo F gives greater damage output to the final blow of a combo and is made with 2 thunder commands. The Finish Boost gives greater damage output to the standard Finish command and is made with 2 slow commands. Combo and Air Combo Plus abilities extend the number of hits you can perform in a combo, on the ground or in the air respectively. They are made with Wellspring crystals and have 3 in each category. Combo Plus is made with 2 arrow commands, while, ironically, Air Combo Plus is made with 2 thunder commands. The screen abilities reduce the amount of damage received for each respective element type. There are 2 abilities for each category, and all of them are made with Shimmering Crystals. Fire Screen is made by melding a Sliding Dash with a Fire. Blizzard Screen is made by melding a Quick Blitz with a Blizzard. Thunder Screen is made by melding a Slow with a Stop. And Dark Screen is made by melding a Cure with an Arrow. And that about wraps it up for this guide. I sincerely hope this was helpful and made sense of the confusing ability gaining mechanic this game has to offer. So, that said, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Ventus, out.